I'm here with Michael, the bounty hunter. How you feeling, champ? We got some big news for Riyadh season this week. A late fallout from heavyweight, who's on a hot streak right now, Daniel Dubois. How you feel about his pullout of the fight?
I think it's unfortunate. I think that, he's a young kid, so he'll bounce back. But, it's always unfortunate when they put a lot of time in training and spend a lot of money and energy and for prepping for a fight and something pulls out, So it's always, it's never a good look. So, but like I said, he's young and strong, so he'll eventually bounce back.
He was replaced by a former opponent of yours, a person who you stopped in the later rounds during your classic heavyweight bout over in England. How do you feel about this Martin Bakole getting the call as when he already had a fight against F.A. Jagbert lined up on Riyadh season? Mike Hunter doesn't get the call. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's something that I've been getting used to over the years. For what reason? For whatever reason, obviously, there's a deeper reason, but there should have been no reason I should have been on there. He already had a fight. I already beat the guy, and I was next in line. I said, yeah, I did get a call, but they quickly picked Martin Bakole. So, but it's all good. That's just how the business goes, and I just catch up to him.
So, I believe that Parker's gonna win. I know you got Bakole. Tell me why you think that Bakole is gonna come out on top.
Well, I think that Joseph Parker has a couple of advantages. He was training for a monster. I know he was probably training really hard, kind of getting a little stronger because of
Dubois.
Prepping for Dubois. But, so him probably training for that type of fight is really probably the best fit for him, for Martin Bakole. But strategically wise, it's obviously going to be a little different. I just think it's going to be the same thing that he did to Jared Anderson is going to be it's going to be very similar. The only thing is Joseph Parker he's more experienced. He's a little bit more humble. He's a little bit more cautious and safe when it comes in there. But I think that Bakole just going to get to him, eventually. It was kind of like similar with the Joe Joyce fight. It's going to be very similar. I think it's the same thing. Joe Joyce just put his opposer's will and his size on him. And, it depends. And I think that Joseph Parker is going to be in some great shape. So it's not going to be that as devastating as how he was when he fought Joe Joyce. But I think he does get stopped.
You think Martin Bakole stops Joseph Parker? So, in my opinion, I think your fight versus, if you would have got the call, your fight versus Joe Parker, I believe that's just a boxing chess match at this point. I don't know too many people would disagree with that, but I feel like with Bakole and Parker, it's more like a matador and a bull. Do you see that playing out at all? And you clearly you don't think Joseph Parker boxing skills are gonna let up, but how do you see the extra weight that Bakole, because I believe that Bakole's extra weight is going to be a downfall for him, but you believe that he's going to turn that into an advantage. Am I right?
Yeah, well, only because of the fighters he's fighting. If he was fighting me, then it would be different. But he, he's fighting other guys that are big and a little bit cumbersome and a little slower on their feet. So, and he does have good movement. It's not like he doesn't. So he's able to, and he's longer and taller than a lot of these guys. So he's able to close the gap better, a little bit cleaner and faster than people would assume. So I just think that, I don't think that Joseph Parker is going to do enough to just be able to keep that big bear off of him. I think he's going to do it for a while because he does have some tricks of the trade, and I think that he's going. He was the one preparing for this fight, so he's going to be the one with most dominant in shape. But I think that Bakole is going to end up catching him and getting to him. I think, he was going to have to hurt him very early and get him to gain some type of respect or something very early, or show him almost like how I fought him. Show him that he's not going to be easy to hit me like that, you know. So I don't see Joseph Parker doing that. But if he does, more power to him. That's my boy. Both fighters I'm very familiar with. I think if I fought Joseph Parker, it would be an easier fight for me to fight Joseph Parker on a day's notice than Daniel Dubois. If I would have fought Daniel Dubois, I think it would have been a harder fight on a day's notice, just because of terms of energy. So,
lastly, we got the big fight this weekend: Beterbiev, Bivol, the rematch. The whole reason why this Riyadh season card is going down. What's your pick on that fight?
Last time I picked Bivol, and I'm gonna go with the same. I think I always kind of go with the boxer. I come from that boxing standpoint. So, but as you see, it could go either way. And I think the first one could have went to Bivol as well. So I think that he's gonna make a couple of more adjustments and get it in the bag, and they're gonna end up having a third show.
Okay, so let's just imagine the boxing world is watching this. All around the world is watching this. All the heavyweights are watching this. What's your message out there? Because it seems to be some time where they just keep submitting you more and more as the boogeyman. So what's your message to the heavyweight division in the boxing world?
This is a tough one.
Don't scare them off now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Just when y'all see me coming, just stay out my fucking way.
All right, there y'all have it. The bounty hunter, Michael Hunter, looking for all the smoke.